Like everything in New York, I found what I needed on Craigslist. I interviewed 25 potential vegans before I made my decision. In the end, I chose 3 people from 3 different demographics, each with their own challenges in going vegan. But they all had the same motivation for doing the project. They wanted to lose a little bit of weight, to look good, and to feel healthy. They didn't really know much about the environmental or ethical reasons for being vegan, yet. And the best part? I didn't even have to pay them $100,000. They did it for free.
I hear you. No, because we have a two-way system here. I can hear each of you. And most of you are saying, well, wait a minute, those people on that film, they look normal. I mean, they look like regular folks. They didn't look like my picture of vegans, you know, that kind of... But Queenie, now you know that an awful lot of people don't think in terms of Queenie, Tsui, as being the representative of the vegan society, right? They expect somebody that looks very different. And they certainly don't think of you as a vegan. Tell me your individual stories and how you arrived at this choice in life.
Okay, in college I played a lot of basketball every night. I would go 3 hours. And I thought going vegetarian at the time would help me with my performance, endurance, and being able to jump higher and lose a little weight. And it worked very well for me. I went vegetarian. I did my once a week where I would eat meat, did that for a couple months. And then I knocked it out, went vegetarian 4 years, and then I went vegan completely for the last 6 years.
This is Scherer, and as a matter of fact, I think probably another misunderstanding is that the words jock and vegan never are used for the same human being. Scherer is co-organizer of Vegan Arizona along with Queenie Tsui. It's a fascinating lifestyle and a totally misunderstood choice. Becoming a vegan, that film, by the way, is a part of a documentary that nobody can see tonight except a selected audience that got there first. I mean, listen, there are filmmakers that would love to have a sellout, and you made one.
Yeah, it's going to be at Changing Hands tonight, and it's a smaller venue. But in July 19, on a Thursday night at 8 p.m., we're going to have another showing in downtown at a place called Cahoots.
Well, so how do you suggest that people who might be curious right now and not willing to make that first huge leap, how do they start?
Well, start by coming to see the film. It's going to be...
but they may want to start before July, Queenie.
Right, that's true.
And they can't get in tonight at Changing Hands in Tempe.
That's true. I brought a couple things. We have a vegphoenix.com website that has a bunch of different restaurants that you can go check out.
Where do I get that?
Vegan friendly. Online at vegphoenix.com. And also I brought my favorite cookbook. It's called The Vegan Slow Cooker. And it's very easy. I'm busy. You just throw everything in a crock pot, let it run while you're at work for 8 hours, and then you have some delicious vegan meal.
Even though I can't get in to see the film,
yes,
I can get in to buy the book at Changing Hands bookstore. Is this available at most bookstores?
Yes, at Barnes & Noble and at Changing Hands.
Okay, because, you know, the whole idea is it's not as simple as do I cut down to 1 glass of wine a night, or do I decide that I'm not going to have Brussels sprouts? You're talking about a real life transition. Has it been difficult for you?
For me, it was a little bit difficult at first. That's why I did the steps, where I started with the 1 day a week with meat. But after you get it, fully ingrained in what you're doing, then you really start to find it become a lot easier, because you start to get the mental clarity that comes with it, which if you're not vegan may not make a lot of sense, but when you're eating a certain way and you can look at an animal, or you can look at the videos that people look at and say, well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see an animal get slaughtered. That's horrible. I don't want to see that. But as a vegan, you know that you're doing your best to not participate in that and to not create that sort of industry.
No, but I don't want to see videos out of an operating room while people are doing surgery either. It would not ever be my choice to say, well, for a little entertainment, let's go to a slaughterhouse. So do you look down on people who are carnivores?
No, because we've both been there. I mean, we weren't born vegans, and for most of us, we slowly phase out things that we probably didn't very much enjoy. The biggest part is the standard American diet sort of has a plate of food and you have your meat as the center focus, and you have your sides. So it's just transitioning into thinking of eating more of the sides and less of the meat. And everyone should make their own educated decision in how vegan they want to be. I mean, Meatless Mondays, it's a great program right now where you can try going veg just one day a week. You try different recipes and then you slowly get to your comfort level and become a vegan. And for most of us, you know, it could take up, you know, a year or a couple of years to transition to a fully vegan lifestyle.
But define terms. Vegan isn't vegetarian.
Well, vegetarian used to mean that someone that doesn't eat any animal products, but as time goes on, it has sort of been diluted to eating no animal products except for dairy and eggs. And for vegan, we just pretty much don't eat any animal products.
Why?
The reason behind it is sort of voting with your dollar. We don't want to support a factory farm industry. We want to support a more sustainable, healthy lifestyle. So you just don't want to spend your money that way. So you support other organizations and, you know, a diet that is mostly plant-based.
So it's an economic thing when it comes to eggs and milk as opposed to a health thing. Well,
it goes both ways. I think personally that health-wise, if you do the vegan diet the right way, it's absolutely probably the healthiest diet you can do. You just have to be a little bit conscious of some of the vitamins and minerals that are found really high in meat that you need to kind of supplement into your diet to make sure that you're getting enough of to be a healthy vegan.
I will tell you, on a personal basis, I have always thought I could probably make a transition fairly easily. It isn't because I don't like meat, but it doesn't particularly matter. And I love vegetables and I love fruits. You know what really stops me from being a vegan? Eating out. I love going to restaurants, and the idea of having to find a vegan restaurant is impossible for me. The preparation alone goes on back in the kitchen. How do you do that?
I think eating out, we're pretty lucky in Arizona. We have almost 20 vegetarian restaurants, and at least a handful of them
But
are
they
vegan.
use eggs and dairy, do they not?
There's about 5 of them that are strictly vegan in the valley. That's really good, that we really like. And at home, it's about, in the beginning, just try to substitute make the same recipes, and substitute the vegan alternatives into them. Like, you know, instead of using butter, you use vegan butter.
Okay, well, you can find,
though,
you can find all of these things, and that first step into a vegan lifestyle, if it's attractive to you, you can't go tonight because it's sold out. That's how popular the documentary is. But you can go in July, and you can find out more about it right there. You see, Vegan Arizona. Look at the things that we do for you and your tummy. This is the Morning Scramble.